Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Lily considers a downright dangerous deception, and Claire reels over Audra's claims about Kyle. Thursday, August 7, 2025. Today on The Young and the Restless, Lily considers a risky suggestion. Victor hatches a new plan against the Abbotts, and Adam refuses a request. At Crimson Lights, Devin and Lily discuss a rough video call with Nate. He's devastated about his brother and trying to be strong for Amy. They hope she'll move there despite what's happened. Lily admits she's struggling too. She can't believe Damien and Chance are gone because Kane had to play God. She's pissed he's back in town. They go over Kane wanting to get back with Lily and she scoffs that it won't happen. She thinks he's a monster now. Devin, contrary as always, recalls that they were once a perfect couple, and points out that Ashby was willing to sacrifice his life for her. He doesn't think he'll let go very easily and Devin doesn't blame him. Lily guesses her brother's thinking of his late wife, Hillary. Devin admits he once thought he'd never get past losing her. Suddenly, Victor walks in. After discussing Chance's death, talk turns to Kane. Victor stuns Lily by suggesting that it's not a good idea to avoid him. Lily, unsurprisingly, argues the point, but Victor coaxes that Kane might confide in her. Lily's not up for being used again. The mustache warns that Ashby will come after their company too. They need to find out about his plans. Lily must make him believe he has a future with her. Think about it. Sally gives Audra a reality check. Audra joins Sally at Society, orders a stiff drink, and launches into a rant about Kyle. She set a trap for him like Victor wanted but had a small setback. Kyle called her out, and the mustache pulled the plug on Vibrante. The old man even wants her to repay him. Sally gives Audra a reality check. She knew she was playing a dangerous game. Irked, Audra tries to leave but Sally stops her and warns she may have underestimated Kyle's commitment to Claire. Audra fumes that Kyle underestimated her. He thinks he's knocked her down for good but will never see her coming. Sally tries to talk Audra out of pursuing revenge, but her pal isn't Akiti. She's convinced it's still possible to make Claire see the truth about her boyfriend. Sally's more worried about what will happen if Nate finds out about the deal she made with Victor. Hilariously, Audra declares that Nate will never find out. The only thing she's worried about is telling Nate her company is gone. Sally suggests she tell him she decided Victor can't be trusted. Tell him a better offer came along. Audra can't pile on more lies. Sally squints. What if it's not a lie? Will Adam go against Victor? At Newman Media, Adam orders someone to hold off on the Billy Abbott piece as Claire and Kyle enter. Claire declares that they want to make a deal and explains she is no longer trying to please her grandpa after he humiliated Kyle. She'll live life as she sees fit and Victor will have to deal with it. Claire tells Adam they want to buy his apartment. Adam sighs and paces. It would be problematic for him to do anything against Victor's wishes while he's trying to keep him in check. Refusing to explain further, Adam assures Claire he understands her position, but suspects they want his apartment to tick off Victor. Just then, the man himself appears, chuckling over them wanting Adam's place. Kyle asks if he thinks he can control every house and apartment in Genoa City. Victor smirks. What makes you think I can't? Victor wants a word alone with Claire, but she shuts him down, and she and Kyle walk out. Adam suggests his father accept that he can't stop young love and let it go. Victor argues it's infatuation. Adam wonders why his father needs the distraction of Kyle and the Abbotts when they're going to war with Kane. Victor confides his plan to use one enemy to cross the other. He'll get Kane to focus on Jebo as his first target. Adam approves, but warns this could push Claire even further away. Victor knows what he's doing. He calls Kane and says they need to talk. Will Lily take a risk? At Crimson Lights, Esther's on the scene, lamenting to Devin and Lily about the loss of Chance and Damien, who was a nice man. She's grateful Nick will be okay and asks if it's true that Dumas turned out to be Kane. They confirm it. Knowing what this means for Lily, Esther gives them their order on the house. Just don't tell Sharon. Once alone, Devin hopes Lily's not considering what Victor suggested. Lily thinks Victor may have a point. if Kane goes after Winters, they'd have what they need to stop him. She's sure he's up to something big and worries her ex has become like his father. Lily wants to protect her kids. Devon points out that deceiving Kane isn't smart or safe. Lily argues it might stop him. Just then, Esther reappears to complain about them not eating their muffins. Once Esther's gone, Lily tells her brother that Victor's right, she's the only one with an in with Kane. Devon worries that this idea is dangerous. Lily asks, if not me, then who? Will Claire believe Audra, or Kyle? In society, Sally confides in Audra that Billy may be teaming with Kane Ashby to take back Chancellor and she'd then be running Abbott Communications. Audra's suitably impressed. Her friend asks, why don't you come and work with me? After some debate about Billy, Audra takes to singing her same old song. She needs to figure out her next move on her own. Kyle and Claire walk in and spot Audra and Sally at the bar. Both Kyle and Sally sense a confrontation coming and they're not wrong. Claire marches over to Audra and snaps, I know what you tried to do. Audra tells the blonde that Kyle is a weak man, and leers, did he tell you nothing happened? She says if he did, he's lying. Audra admits he didn't leave his phone charger behind, but says he was definitely in her room. Weren't you, Kyle? Claire spins to face her boyfriend. Kyle tells Audra she's desperate and embarrassing herself. Audra insists her only plot was the perfume battle and it was Kyle who had other ideas. She's sure Claire has a flicker of doubt, knowing she and Kyle were once involved. She claims he was coming on to her like old times and suggests Claire open her eyes before it's too late. As Sally herds Audra out the door, Kyle pleads with Claire to tell him she didn't believe any of that. Point 1. Lily's temptation, the deception that could break everything. Lily Winters has always been the moral compass of her circle, the woman who refuses to stoop to the underhanded tactics so many in Genoa City seem to thrive on. But over the past few weeks, the air around her has shifted, pressure has been building on all fronts. Chancellor Winters has been facing aggressive corporate plays from rivals. Billy Abbott has been pushing for more risk-taking, more boldness, and more edge. Devon has been quietly worried about Lily's recent late-night meetings and her occasional distracted silences, but the real catalyst? A certain piece of information Lily stumbled upon, information so explosive it could be the key to solidifying her hold over the company, or destroying her relationships forever. The tempting lie. It starts innocently enough. Lily overhears a conversation in the hallway outside a closed-door meeting between Nate Hastings and a mysterious investor. Their voices are muffled, but one phrase slices through the air, if this leaks, the board will turn on them instantly. Lily doesn't hear the entire plan, only enough to suspect that her competition is walking on a very thin tightrope. And in that moment, a thought forms. Not just a thought, a dangerous, almost intoxicating idea. What if she didn't just keep this to herself? What if she enhanced it? Twisted it just enough to make it unrecoverable for Nate and his allies. Lily has been in the corporate trenches long enough to know that sometimes you don't wait for the truth to emerge, you shape the truth. And that's where the dangerous deception starts whispering to her. On paper, it's simple, a quiet leak to the right person, framed in a way that paints Nate as not just reckless but actively conspiring against Chancellor Winters. It would rally the board to her side. It would give her leverage for years, but it would also mean crossing a line she's never crossed before. Point 2. The push from Billy Abbott, bless his unpredictable heart, isn't exactly the moral anchor Lily needs right now. In fact, he's fanning the flames over drinks at society. He leans across the table with that half grin that always means trouble. Lily, you know I'm all for honesty in business. But sometimes the truth needs a little curation. Lily arches a brow, that's your way of saying lie. Billy, no, that's my way of saying protect yourself. Protect the company. And maybe take down someone who's been circling like a vulture for months. Lily hates how much sense he makes in that moment. Billy's never been shy about fighting dirty when he thinks the ends justify the means, and this time, he's giving Lily tacit permission to explore that shadowy path, and the more she turns the idea over in her mind, the less it feels like a betrayal, and the more it feels like strategy. Point 3. Claire's shaken world, the Audra bombshell. While Lily wrestles with her moral boundaries, Across town another emotional earthquake is rumbling. Claire Grace has been slowly building her footing in Genoa City, trying to step out of the shadow of her family scandals and prove she's more than her past. One of the few people she's felt a genuine connection with? Kyle Abbott, but in walks Audra Charles, a woman who thrives on disruption, ready to pour gasoline on that delicate nursing a tea when Audra approaches, all faux sweet smiles and razor-sharp eyes. Audra, Claire. Funny running into you. I was just thinking about you and Kyle. Claire, cautious. What? About us? Audra sets her coffee cup down with deliberate slowness, leaning in as if she's about to share a secret she's been dying to tell. Audra, you seem smart, so I'll skip the sugar coating. Kyle's not who you think he is. He's collecting you. Claire, blinking, collecting me? Audra, like a hobby. First, it was Lola, then Tara, then Summer, now you. You're just the latest in a long line. And when he's bored, he'll toss you aside like the rest. Claire feels the words like cold water poured straight down her spine. She wants to laugh it off, call Audra out for her obvious manipulations, but the precision of her phrasing cuts too close to insecurities Claire's already been quietly nursing. Point 4. Why Audra's words hit hard. Audra isn't just making a random accusation. She's playing a psychological game, one she's frighteningly good at. Claire has always feared that her connection with Kyle was a rebound, a curiosity for him rather than something solid. She's aware of his complicated romantic history. And she's not blind to the whispers about his inability to commit. Hearing it from Audra, in that taunting, I know more than you tone, makes it feel like confirmation, and worst of all? It plants the seed that maybe Kyle's interest in her isn't as unique or special as she thought. Point 5. Claire's confrontation with Kyle. By the time Claire sees Kyle later that afternoon, the conversation with Audra is replaying in her mind like a loop she can't turn off. Claire, tell me something. Kyle, am I just the next? Kyle, confused. The next what? Claire, the next woman you pull in, charm for a while, and then replace when someone shinier walks by? Kyle freezes. He wasn't prepared for this, and the defensiveness in his eyes makes it worse. Kyle, where is this coming from? Claire, just answer me. Kyle insists that he's not playing her, that what they have is real, but the more he tries to explain, the more Claire hears the same polished reassurances she's certain he's given others before her. Point 6. Lily's dangerous step forward. Back on the business side of town, Lily has crossed her Rubicon. Late one night, she sends a carefully worded, entirely anonymous email to a known gossip columnist who thrives on corporate leaks. It contains just enough true information about Nate's recent dealings, but with a fabricated twist that makes the situation look like active fraud. The lie is buried so subtly in truth that even Lily has to remind herself it's not completely factual. By morning, it's on every whisper network in Genoa City's business world. Point 7. The ripples begin for Lily. The reaction is immediate. The board at Chancellor Winters is suddenly more attentive to her ideas. Devon is fielding calls from concerned shareholders. Billy is grinning like a cat who got the cream. For Claire, the ripples are emotional rather than corporate. Kyle is suddenly more attentive, sensing her pulling away. Audra is circling, waiting for the cracks to deepen. Even Summer seems to be watching from a distance with an unreadable expression. Point 8. The two storylines collide. It doesn't seem like Lily's deception and Claire's heartbreak should intersect. But in Genoa City, everything eventually overlaps. A week later, Kyle finds himself caught in the fallout of Lily's leak. One of the side effects of Nate's alleged fraud is a potential deal between Newman Media and Jabot being thrown into question, a deal Kyle was quietly involved in. Suddenly, Kyle's professional world is wobbling just as his personal life with Claire is fraying. Point 9. The dangerous parallel here's where the drama becomes delicious. Lily is lying to protect her position but telling herself it's justified. Claire is doubting Kyle because of Audra's manipulation but telling herself she's just being cautious. Both women are facing situations where perception may become reality, whether or not the facts support it, and both are standing on the edge of decisions that could either strengthen their positions, or blow up in their faces spectacularly. Point 10. Foreshadowing the fallout. If history in Genoa City has taught us anything, it's that lies have a shelf life. And when they expire, They don't just fade quietly, they detonate. Lily's deception is bound to surface. Whether it's Nate uncovering the source of the leak or Billy slipping in conversation, the truth will out, and when it does, Devon's trust in Lily could be the biggest casualty. For Claire, the longer she doubts Kyle without concrete proof, the more likely she is to push him toward the very behavior she fears, a self-fulfilling prophecy Audra will delight in.